On the way down screaming, whoa, if all we have is time, then we'll be alright.
Hey guys, it's oSgtKickAss here and welcome to the Week 16 Premier League predictions. We have quite a few big derbies this week and I will be looking down here because I've got to have the notes on my phone instead of on the screen as I usually do because the software wants to stop recording when I do it. But we've got a good big few derbies. We've got 3 derbies this week, which is good. Means the table could shuffle around quite a bit, so let's just get straight into it. So the first game is West Ham versus Chelsea. West Ham, as we know, very poor this season. David Moyes isn't the greatest of managers either, is he? West Ham having a very, very poor season, whereas Chelsea having very, very good season so far, playing well in pretty much every game, and Conte is a very good manager for them, really organising that squad as they should be. Sorry, and getting them into winning form. They have just gone through in the Champions League. A very poor draw against Atletico apparently. Atletico aren't very good this season, been bottling it in the Champions League. So yeah, Chelsea should be looking to win this game, and they should win it really. It's an easy tie for them this season especially. Right, next game is, yes, I'm going to go for a Chelsea 2-0 win in this game. Sorry, I didn't say that. Yeah, I just think Chelsea are too good for West Ham and they're going to win 2-0. It just seems like the most obvious result to me. Alright, next game, Burnley, Watford. Both teams doing fairly good this season, both in the top half of the table I believe. They were at one point, if they're not now. But yeah, both teams okay. Burnley were above Spurs the other week, so it just shows how good they are this season. And Watford been putting in some good performances as well, so I can't see either team winning this, unfortunately. They're both just really good squads this season. So I'm going to go for a Burnley-Watford 1-1 draw. Right, the next game is Palace versus Bournemouth. And Bournemouth are going to win 1-0, aren't they? Palace are shit. Do I need to say much more? Not really, but yeah, Bournemouth 1-1. Palace just very poor this season. Bottom of the table still, not picking up any results. And they're just not performing well at all. I mean, you thought they'd at least put in a little bit of a decent performance, but no, they're just bottling it every week, unfortunately, for Palace fans. So I'm going to go, yeah, once again, Bournemouth 1-0 win. Huddersfield versus Brighton and Hove Albion, 2 promoted teams, I believe for the first time in the top flight. Yeah, it will be 0-0. Neither team's better than the other really. Huddersfield were better than Brighton, but Brighton are sort of clawing the way up. They were both around the same area in the table as well, so I can't see the team winning this. It really just comes down to who wants it more, I guess. And I can't see either team winning this, so I can see a 0-0 draw out of this. Someone could win 1-0, but it's definitely not going to be a high scoring game at all, unfortunately, for Brighton and Huddersfield fans. So I'm going to go for a 0-0 draw. Right, the next game is Spurs versus Swansea. Oh no, Swansea, sorry, Stoke. And let's face it, Stoke are a very good team. They've got good defence, but they've got no attack. I think they will nick a goal though, however, I'm not sure how. I think they'll probably just hit Spurs until they finally get a way through. But even though Stoke have a very, very strong defence, Spurs' attack is just too good at the moment. I hate to admit it as an Arsenal fan, but I just don't see Spurs losing this game at all. I'm going to go for a 2-1 Spurs win. Spurs are just a lot better than Stoke, and it's expected for Spurs to win this game really, isn't it? And if they don't, it would be a bit embarrassing for Spurs. I think they just want it more than Stoke as well. They've got something to play for, they've got top 4 to be contending for, whereas Stoke not so much. They're sort of just mid-table. Yeah, let's bang out a result when we can. So I think Spurs are going to win this game 2-1. Right, next game is West Brom versus Swansea. Yeah, Swansea. 2-0 win to West Brom. Swansea, much like Palace and West Ham, fucking shocking this season. Just not good enough, are they? So I can't see them win this game. West Brom, not the best team either this season, but actually playing football, not doing whatever Swansea's doing. So yeah, I think West Brom will nick a couple of goals in this game and win 2-0. Swansea fans, but you're just not good enough. Selling Sigurdsson was probably the worst mistake you've ever made, and now he's not even performing at Everton. That must be like a dagger through you. Just like, you sold him, you're doing terrible now, he's doing terrible now. He should have just stayed, shouldn't have sold him. But yeah, I think Swansea are going to lose 2-0, unfortunately. Right, the next game and last game on Saturday is Leicester versus Newcastle. And I'm going to go for a Leicester 3-1 win. I've put down here. Newcastle, I say it every week in, week out. Poor attack, decent enough defence. But Leicester's just good this season. They're not like the season they won the league, but they're putting in good performances. They've got a fairly decent attack. And I just can't see them losing this game, really. Leicester losing this game. I think they're going to put in another good performance this week. I'll pick up a 3-1 win against Newcastle. I can't see Newcastle winning at all. And I do see them nicking a goal, though. I don't think they're that poor. I think they will score. So, before you get on at me, I do see them scoring. Yeah. So, I'm going to go for a Leicester 3-1 win. Next game is Southampton-Arsenal. Traditionally, Arsenal are terrible against especially away at Southampton. Southampton, a very, very just good team against Arsenal. Not this season so much, not been great in the bottom half of the table. Struggling, in fact, but Arsenal we just can't beat them. They just beat us every time we play them away. But I think this year's different. We've got Alexis playing well, we've got Ozil playing well, Lacazette playing well, Ramsey putting in performances. We can bring on Wilshere, who's doing well at the moment. I think we're going to hit him. Kolasinac as well. He was incredible. Czech, not so happy with. Not been great last few weeks. But if Arsenal put in some good performances, a good performance here, like we have been doing, we were unlucky to lose to Manchester United. It was all down to David De Gea. And yeah, I don't see Southampton's keeper being David De Gea. So I am going to go for an Arsenal 2-1 win this game. I think we're just not strong enough to keep a clean sheet, especially with Czech in goal. I see us conceding a goal, but I think we will score. I think Lacazette will probably get his first away goal in this game, so I'm going to go for a 2-1 Arsenal win. Right, the next game is the second big derby of the weekend, and it is the Merseyside derby. Liverpool host Everton at Anfield, and let's be honest, this is a big game. Liverpool are going to win though. I've got a 2-0 win here. Everton been shit this season, lucky to not be in the relegation zone. How they've been playing. Got rid of Lukaku, spent all that money, and it hasn't worked, has it? We've seen it happen before, it just hasn't worked. Unfortunately for them as well, because I think Everton are quite a good club. I used to like them. So I feel sorry for Everton fans, especially. You were promised top 6 this season, and it's just not going to happen, is it? Not with the way you've been playing. And Liverpool with Mohamed Salah, what a player, sign of the summer by a mile. Performing well, scoring every game. Just that's all he does. He's just a goal machine. Why did Chelsea let this man go? What a player Mohamed Salah is at the moment. And I just see him score at least 2 in this game, and I see a 2-0 win. I just can't see him not. Obviously, I'd usually say bigger with the way the two teams are performing. I'd probably say a bigger Liverpool win, but it's a derby. You've got to take that into account, and that changes the atmosphere completely. The players are more up for it in both squads, which brings down the scoreline a bit. So yeah, I'm going to go for a Liverpool 2-0 win because of Mohamed Salah. Right, the last game of the weekend is the big match everyone is waiting for. Manchester United versus Manchester City at Old Trafford. I'm probably going to get killed for this. Manchester City 3-1 win. The way they are performing, they're going to play Aguero, they're going to play Gabriel Jesus, they're going to play Sané, De Bruyne, Sterling. Oh my god, that team is so good. And yes, if David De Gea will pull off wonder saves, we know that, he does it every week. He did it against Arsenal and won Man United the game. Manchester United's defence though in that game was fucking shocking, man. It was so bad. If it wasn't for De Gea, Manchester United would have lost about 5-3 to Arsenal, possibly more, because there were so many shots. He made triple saves, he made quad saves. No, he didn't make quad saves, but he did make triple saves. That keeper is so good. Without him, if he'd have gone to Real Madrid, Manchester United would not be in the top 6 right now. He's keeping them there, and they were very lucky to beat Arsenal. And if they didn't have David De Gea, it wouldn't have happened. So Manchester City's team is just incredible as well. Attacking, they are the best team in probably Europe. No, definitely in England. No, they're up there in Europe as well. Gabriel Jesus, all the players I've mentioned a minute ago, all putting in performances. They're all going to play against Man United, and it's a derby. Man City will be up for it. United will be up for it. But the quality levels in the two teams, Man City just tip it. Man United aren't a great team if it wasn't for David De Gea, and Pogba has a red card, so Lukaku won't score. So I'm going to go for a Manchester City 3-1 win in this game. I hope you do agree with my predictions, guys. If you do, remember to like the video if you did enjoy it, subscribe and comment your predictions down below. I hope you enjoy this video, guys. Turn notifications so you will be notified when I upload, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.